Welcome to the Winning in Business podcast. I'm your host, Kelli Risse, and I love talking to business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are winning in business. Are you ready to reach your next level of success? If so, join us on the Winning in Business podcast as I interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, and leaders who share how they've risen to success. Before we begin, go ahead, hit subscribe and the notification button so you'll be notified each time a new episode is released. Plug in and settle in. You're about to be inspired to rise up to your next level of success. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. This is Kelli Risse with you, your podcast host for Winning in Business. How can it be? It's 2023. Yippee for 2023. 2023. This year is key. 2023. Success I see for you and me. All right. Do you like my rhymes? Well, welcome to the first Winning in Business episode of the year. And I'm going solo today. I always have my guests share tips that have made them successful. So today I'm going to share some tips for success in 2023. And I've been thinking about this really for the past week since it's now, what's today, the 6th, January 6th. And we're still in weird times. In 2020, we were in lockdown. In 2021, we were still partly in lockdown and we were adjusting to a new normal. Like that was the phrase, a new normal. Still lots of stress. There was lots of burnout and we had tons of Zoom fatigue. In 2022, there was high employee turnover, low employee engagement. The term quiet quitting became popular. And now we're in 2023. We're in a downturned economy, and people are still experiencing high levels of stress due to the uncertainty of the economy. And if you know me, the past few years, I've been speaking and coaching on the mess of stress. I've been bringing awareness to the health dangers of living in low to medium levels of chronic stress. I've been teaching stress management strategies to my clients, to those who hear me speak, so that they know how to reduce and manage stress. And for my clients, I hold them accountable to actually using the stress management strategies, because as we know, knowledge without action is nothing. It's just knowledge. So I help them be accountable to put those things in place. And what I've realized is that self-care is starting to be the new normal. That is fabulous. People are really starting to put boundaries in place. They're starting to take care of themselves. And hallelujah, all of this is great. It's been a long time coming for this. However, can we also agree that stress is not going away? Can we agree there will continue to be chaos in 2023? Can we agree that we are either getting ready to go into a stressful situation, are in a stressful situation, or are coming out of a stressful situation? And these stressful situations can last a couple hours or a couple of years. If you're a business owner, you're most likely encountering stress all the time. If you're a high-level professional, you're most likely encountering stress all the time. If you're a parent, a spouse, a son and daughter of aging parents, you're experiencing stress all the time. So, what if instead of continually trying to decrease the stress, which, don't get me wrong, is good, right? What if we learn how to walk through the chaos and we learn how to use the stress to our advantage? What if we start learning the positive side of stress? What if we don't have to say no to everyone and no to everything because we're so scared that we're going to be overstressed? What if we really start looking at stress differently? In a downturned economy, we've got to rise up above our competitors. We get to stay healthy and at the top of our game. And it's going to require us to do some different thinking about stress and burnout. And so that is what I'm going to focus on in 2023, a new mindset around stress. I've been doing a lot of research on this, and I invite you along on that journey with me. If we are not connected on LinkedIn, please connect with me. I will be doing some LinkedIn Lives, and I'm hosting a 3-hour workshop on how to use stress to your advantage. In fact, on January 25th, the workshop is called Increase Success in 2023 and Use Stress to Your Advantage. So if you're a high-level entrepreneur, business owner, or professional, fill out the application for the event. And if you're a good fit, we'll schedule a quick 20-minute call, and then you can come and hear all about this. So, okay, back to my success tips for 2023. My first tip is change your mindset about stress. We're going to start looking at stress and how it can be positive, right? We've heard so much doom and gloom, right? I talked about the doom and gloom. I've talked about all the effects of stress on our health, and none of that's going away. I'm not saying that any of those things are going away, because stress definitely affects our health. And we can also change our mindset around it, right? So we just have to start looking at it differently. This year, we get to flip the script on stress. So that's tip number 1, flip the script on stress. Tip number 2. All right, we're going to go back to rhyming for a minute, like we did in the beginning of the episode. I know you're excited. Have you heard the slogan, be the best you can be in 2023? I'm sure that is some like high school, senior slogan out there. But I want to focus on the word be the best you can be in 2023. And, for, I don't even know how many years, 30 years or something, Simon Sinek has been telling us to start with the why. And that's all great. If you haven't thought about your why, please do so. And, we've also heard it over and over and over. So we're going to move on from that. A lot of people at the beginning of the year, they think about the what they're going to do, what actions they're going to take to achieve their goals, right? So I'm going to work out 5 days a week. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to use block scheduling. I'm going to go to bed by 10 p.m., whatever your goals are. What I've noticed is one of the biggest things that has helped me and my clients is to focus on who I want to be. Be the best you can be in 2023. Do you want to be confident, courageous, healthy, focused, organized, loving, kind, intentional, present? Who do you want to be? When you know who you are going to be, it will drive your action steps. For example, let's say, who do I want to be? I want to be healthy. So as someone who is healthy, I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, eat 5 to 6 servings of vegetables each day. I will drink half my body weight in water. I will move my body for 30 minutes each day. And knowing I am a healthy being reminds me to do all of those things, because that's what healthy people do. So I'm being healthy, so I will do these things. As a business owner, I want to be confident. And it's easy for me to say I'm confident. If you know me, I appear very confident. I am very confident. However, I have to remind myself to be confident when I'm completely outside of my comfort zone. It's very easy for me to be confident when I'm inside my comfort zone, doing things that are very safe and easy for me. Is that the same thing with you? I want to be confident and courageous and do things completely outside of my comfort zone. Because, my friends, we know that this is where growth happens, outside of our comfort zone. So let me be a little bit vulnerable here. The other day I was working with my business coach, and I was struggling. She wanted me to do several things that were new to me. They were uncomfortable, outside of my comfort zone. I got a little overwhelmed and frustrated. It was a long day. I got off the call, left my office, walked right into my bedroom. I flopped down onto my bed and I started crying. I hadn't really planned on crying. If you just know, if you're a female like me, I don't know, sometimes the tears just happen and you're like, I don't know why I'm crying. I just am. So I shared my frustrations with my husband. I shared my frustrations with a friend, and I knew I had to make an important business decision. I had to live in my comfort zone and stay where I was, or be confident enough to step out of my comfort zone and take chances and do some very uncomfortable things. So I woke up the next day. I did my awesome morning routine, which I love. If you don't have a morning routine, I highly suggest you have one. Mine involves prayer, reading, journaling, exercising, and drinking water. And I reminded myself, I am confident, bold, and courageous. And what do confident, bold, and courageous people do? They do things outside their comfort zone. And then do you know what I did? I did the tasks that I was frustrated with and overwhelmed the day before. I completed them because I reminded myself, who do I want to be? I want to be confident, bold, and courageous. So see how thinking about who you want to be really helps you get your daily actions completed. I have a client, and her goal was to be present. She was someone who really struggled working all hours of the night. And if she wasn't actually working, she was thinking about work. And what she really wanted to be doing was spending more quality time with her husband. And she realized that she missed reading. Like, she loved reading and she just hadn't been doing it. So she became very intentional about being someone who was present. So she left her phone in her computer in a different room in the evenings. She engaged in conversation with her husband. She made plans to go out to dinner with her friends. She started reading for 30 minutes every night. And in fact, sometimes her and her husband would read the same book so that they could have conversations about it. Isn't that sweet? And so she noticed how good it felt to be present, to allow her mind to shut off from work and do something else, to be thinking about other things going on in the world, right? Her family, talking about, things that her and her husband enjoyed, doing some reading. And we celebrated her being present in the evenings after her workday was complete. So my question for you is, who do you want to be in 2023? Think about that. Write it down. I also invite you to have a little reminder, if you have the reminder app on your phone, and have it come up on your phone, right? So if I want to be confident, bold, and courageous, I can put those in there, and that reminder app can come up at, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and remind me that's who I'm being today, right? And if for some reason I am not being confident, bold, and courageous, my phone will alert me that that's who I want to be and remind me that. And then I can get back into doing those tasks as someone who's confident, bold, and courageous. All right. And the last tip that I want to share is to just start. Whatever your big, scary goals are for 2023, and yes, I hope you have some big, scary goals, because if your goals aren't big enough, if they don't scare you, if they don't make you want to throw up, then they may not be big enough. But whatever your goals are, make sure you start. So for me, I had to let go of perfectionism. I had to let go of overanalyzing. I had to let go of making sure I knew every little detail, and I had to just start. So for those of you wondering, what my big scary goal is this year. It's writing my own book. Yes, I'm putting it out into the universe, and you can all hold me accountable. The tedious task of writing a book makes me want to throw up. However, I also know the stories and knowledge that I have will make an impact on other people's lives. And that needs to outweigh the scary feeling inside, because we know, what is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real, right? There's like, I don't know, 3 other acronyms that go with fear. That's the one that I like. False evidence appearing real. And the things that always seem the scariest to us, once we actually get started and once we go through it, we realize that they really weren't all that scary at all. It was just the monkey in our brain that was like, that was making all kinds of stuff up. Here's what I know. I know that I won't accomplish writing the book if I don't start. If you have read Atomic Habits by James Clear, he says, start slow, start small, start private, just start. Think about your big, scary goal right now. Have you started? If you have, pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself for starting. Celebrate that win. That's another little side tip here. Celebrate your wins. We are so quick to judge. We are so quick to cut ourselves down for the things that we didn't do, for, just any little things, right? Maybe 2023 is your year to celebrate your wins. I don't care how small they are. If you got out of bed, celebrate the win. Back to, if you haven't started, what's one thing you can do to get started? One small thing. So let's go back to my example. So for me, it's taking all the content ideas I have and doing a big brain dump. It's just getting them down on paper. Notice I didn't say getting them into a formalized outline where I know the title of each chapter. Nope. Writing or typing them in any random order and adding to that list as they come to me. One small thing. And if that seems overwhelming, then my friend Jill Farmer taught me the term turtle steps. Steps so small, turtle steps, such as turn on the computer, open a document. You see, if you take those small steps, like, oh, I just need to turn on my computer. Got it. Oh, I just need to open a Word document, Google document, whatever you use. Got it. Like, it breaks things down into such simple steps that it's no longer overwhelming. Turtle steps. I love that. Think of everything that is big and overwhelming to you. All you need to do anytime you are overwhelmed, it just means you need to break it down. The opposite of overwhelm is breaking it down. So break it down. Why you need to start is because starting creates momentum. One small turtle step leads to another small turtle step, leads to another success, leads to another success, to another success, which leads to a bigger success. And the next thing you know, you have a book written. I love the saying, small hinges swing big doors. And, if you look at the door right behind me and you see that little small hinge right there, swinging, now there's 3 of them, but look how small they are, and they're swinging these big doors. I love thinking about that. It's just these little things. And when you do the little things repeatedly, then it becomes the big things, right? You don't lose 30 pounds at once. You lose 30 pounds 1 pound at a time, or a half pound at a time, whatever your body can handle, right? So it's just starting and doing the little things. When I look at my speaking career, my first talk as a business owner was in front of 7 people. I don't know, maybe it was 5. Either way. Then it was 10. Then it was 20. Then it became 50. Now I'm a national speaker. My last talk was in Vegas in front of 600 people. Start small, it creates momentum. So to recap, the 3 tips that we covered today, actually we covered way more, but the 3 big ones were: we're going to change the way we think about stress. Keep tuning in to hear more. Follow me on LinkedIn. 2, decide who you want to be in 2023. I would love to hear that. I would love for you to comment below, message me, whatever. I want to know who you're going to be in 2023. And then 3, just start. Start small, start slow, start private, just start. You know, my hope for you is that in 2023, you have the best year yet. You overcome challenges that come your way. You remain open to positive energy. You remain open to new opportunities you encounter. And you enjoy the journey on the way to your next level of success. And what I love about this podcast is every time that you tune in, when I have a new guest on, you get new tidbits of information, of new tips, just new ideas of how you can get yourself to that next level. And that is something that I love sharing. I love interviewing people. And I feel like every person that comes on just provides a little nugget, sometimes 3 nuggets, 5 nuggets, whatever, of something that we can take away and use to help us raise our level of success. So I hope you have an amazing year. I hope January is a great month for you. I will see you. Oh, don't forget, before we jump off here, make sure that you share this with someone, subscribe, like, comment, and have a great week. I'll see you back here next week. I will have a guest on, so make sure you come back. And like I always say, rise up and live. Thank you for being a part of the Winning in Business podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to rise up to your next level of success, but are worried about increased stress, time for work and yourself and your family, not to mention being exhausted, I'd like to invite you to a complimentary strategy call where I'll show you how you can do it all. I'll help you reclaim time, keep your sanity, handle the chaos with ease, and move to the next level of success that you deserve and desire. I hope you found value in listening today. Please always leave your comments, feedback, or questions. We check them all. I want you to continue winning in business and reach your next level of success. See you next time.